All right, if you're a parent, this could drive you nuts. I happen to be one, including of kids that graduated from Fairfax High School last year. So the AP government class at Fairfax County Public Schools in the county, online campus, recently removed a controversial test question from one of their exams. The question equated liberal and conservatives with certain specific racial and or gender demographics. Take a look at the question, which read, which of the following is an accurate description of liberals versus conservatives? Here's the choices. Liberals, are they young white males? Are they middle-aged urban lesbians? Are they college-educated black male professional? I'm just reading this. This was really on the question. White, upper middle class suburban male. Conservative, would that be an East Coast Ivy League educated scientist? Would it be a Southern male migrant laborer? Would it be a Catholic Midwestern middle-aged male? Would it be West Coast Hispanic teacher? Those were the choices.
I have a question. Can you say none of the above? I was looking for none of the above.
Well, look at the stereotyping going on.
It's
preposterous.
It really is.
And why wouldn't they say instead believes in limited government, believes in lower taxes, which is typically what a conservative
party lines,
and then believes that the government should play a bigger role in certain things would be a more liberal tendency, right? So there are ways to describe the political philosophies without doing what they say never do.
Race.
Don't ever stereotype.
Yeah.
Oh,
sexual
no, we're going
identification to. And and of course, and jobs. All right, joining us now to discuss, you can tell we have a lot to say about it, the Vice President of Parents Defending Education and Virginia parent, Caroline Moore. Caroline, how do you think a question like this even got into the curriculum? I'm glad it's gone, but the fact that it even got there raises significant concerns.
Well, I think it tells you that it was concerning enough that they removed it already after just questions came up about it. So they know that they're doing something wrong. And I think it's also interesting, it's important to note that this college board, who is the organization that runs AP classes, they're not the ones that came up with the question. It was someone from Fairfax County. I think it's very, very concerning.
Yeah, I am not shocked by that. I graduated from Woodson High School there in Fairfax County, and my girls graduated from Langley, okay? So the changes that have taken place over the decades since I graduated are stunning, and I assume you're a parent as well. What else is going on that concerns you?
I'm actually not a parent, but I do work at Parents Defending Education. Well, actually, what we found that's very concerning is that in Fairfax, we get calls from all over the country, upwards of 200 calls a week about concerning things going on in schools. But Fairfax County, as you know better than anyone, it sounds like, we've been getting more and more calls about concerning things, whether it was, the national merit recipients not being told that they qualified for national merit scholarships, or whether it was kids who had honors courses and the honors asterisk was removed from their transcripts when they were sent to colleges. Or lastly, just last week we found out that in Fairfax County, they're accepting they've accepted over $1 million worth of donations from Chinese government entities. It's very concerning what's going on there.
And how do you intend to or plan to, or how are you trying to stop these things from happening, or is it just too out of control at this point?
Oh, well, actually, I think it's widespread. That's a great question. I don't think you can stop it right this second, but I think the best thing that you can do is what we're doing. We're filing FOIAs all over the country to figure out if this is just a Fairfax County specific problem, or is this a problem that's going on across the country that we're seeing everywhere? Which is kind of what we've been seeing with the gender clinic type things. It's going on in red states and blue states and urban areas and rural areas. Aside from that, if something is deemed, against a race bias or against a particular sex, which these questions, fall into, we can file OCR complaints. But really, we're calling on, the governor and the attorney general to look into this, because I think there's definitely grounds for an investigation here. And
are more parents complaining? Among the things that I didn't like is they didn't have homecoming queen or king, because they didn't want to say that somebody would be king or queen and then what everybody else left out. They did not have an honor roll each semester because they didn't want people who didn't make it to feel like they were left out. I know other parents who believe in meritocracy, that believe that if you get an A, you should earn the A, and you should be respected for getting the A. Not everybody does that. Not everybody ends up in the same place.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I think that's really the American spirit, right? If you work really hard, then you get great things. I think that's what everyone stands for in this country. And the fact that they're prioritizing equity above merit is very concerning. I mean, why work hard if you're not going to get any benefit for it? Why would you take an honors level course or one of these AP courses if you'll never be recognized on your transcript or otherwise?
Oh, yeah, it defeats the whole purpose. And I guarantee you, because I've talked to people in admissions, they look for that asterisk for the honors. They want to make sure you're taking the honors. You want to get into a really good school, you better take that advanced level.
Yeah. No, that's a great point. Caroline, we're just about out of time, but I mean, it's almost seems like we're watching the dumbing down of American kids happen before our eyes, but also trying to make everyone the same. And again, that is very scary, but we appreciate all the work that you and your team are doing to fight against it. Caroline Moore, thank you.
Thank you.